burden. I felt the giving, getting me up off the wall.
Welcome back to the Muslim Street. We're here with my co-host Malik Aziz, and I am Layla Abdelaziz. Again, if you'd like to call in locally, the phone number is 727-441-3000. Toll free 1-866-826-1340. Today we have a really great show prepared for you guys. About 48 hours ago, 2 days ago, Lowe's Home Improvement Store, they decided to pull their ads from TLC's All-American Muslim Show. TLC recently debuted the All-American Muslim Show, which is a reality show that follows about 5 American Muslim families in Dearborn, Michigan. And the Lowe's Home Improvement Store stated in a public release that we based our decision to pull the advertising on this research. And after hearing the concerns we received through emails, calls, through social media, and news reports, it is certainly never Lowe's intent to alienate anyone. Lowe's values diversity of thought. Basically, what happened is the Florida Family Association had approached many corporations throughout the nation and told them not to support TLC's All-American Muslim Show. And we have with us, this has kind of exploded as a huge controversy in the Muslim American community and the non-Muslim American community throughout the states in the past 2 days. Today we have joining us Sami El-Mansouri. He is in the New Jersey, New York area. He served as the co-founder and president of Human Development Project. He's a recipient of the People of the Book Award. He's an active Muslim American community organizer, public orator, and he's spoken on many national and international media outlets. Sami, thank you so much for joining us today on the Muslim Street. How are you?
My pleasure. I'm well, thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you so much for joining us. Again, like I said, we're going to talk about what's going on here with the TLC, FFA, and the Lowe's controversy. If you basically wouldn't mind to give us a really quick rundown of what's going on, why is there a controversy here, and et cetera.
Absolutely. Again, thank you for having me. The main thing right now that a lot of people misunderstand is that they believe that the efforts that are going on are directly in support simply of the All-American Muslim TLC TV show. And it's really become more than that. The advertisers basically are what fund a show or a channel to allow programming to continue to run. And what happened was the Florida Family Association, among their supporters as well, lobbied TLC and lobbied basically all of the sponsors of TLC to end their advertising during the hour of All-American Muslim, if not more than that. Lowe's was the only company that came out and publicly admitted that they actually did, in fact, rescind their advertising. And the reason that all of these efforts are focused on Lowe's is not because we're certain that others did not do the same, but because they publicly admitted we're giving the others the benefit of the doubt. They haven't said anything publicly. We're asking them to. But Lowe's publicly admitted that due to the pressure, they took back their advertising on that hour of All-American Muslim, and it's caused outrage among Muslims, non-Muslims, any conscientious American that believes that this is absurd has spoken out, and that's what we've seen thus far.
Definitely, and I mean, in my opinion, it is absurd. You know, there's a petition going on. There's been a boycott called for Lowe's Home Improvement. You can access the petition. I don't know an easier link other than telling you, the listeners, the link directly, but signon.org/sign/defend-our American-values. You can access the petition there and read exactly what's going on. Sami, can you tell us who the FFA is?
Well, the Florida Family Association, again, we respect their right to have a position and to take a position. They're a conservative group, conservative Christian group in Florida that has ultimately, spoken of Christian values. And, I don't really want to go into too much detail about them. I believe, again, that they're Americans. They have the right to speak as they wish. However, the problem is that we sincerely believe that when it comes to Christian values, one of the things that we've understood is that, that's part of it is respect and love and outreach. And we haven't seen that from them, unfortunately. And this is something that is a track record among them and among many similar groups. And it's a growing trend in the United States, and we've come to a point where we really believe it has to stop.
Definitely. And before we move on, there's been a great community support just in general from Senator Ted Lieu of Sacramento, California, from Rabbi Mark Schneer, from Russell Simmons. Can you please talk to us about what's going on there? How
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, more or less, I was fortunate enough to work with Russell Simmons back in March for a similar issue that happened in New York City. And, frankly, he's been a dear friend to the community. He's really stood up for ethnic understanding. He's the chairman of the Foundation for Ethnic Understanding. He's really become a friend. And when this happened, one of the first things I thought was, he could support us and he would stand with us and he would bring others on board that would do the same. And his reaction was, frankly, that this just cannot happen in America. And I just want to be clear on one thing, that when it comes to people speaking, and many of the critics of our efforts regarding the petition, which has now gained more than 5,000 signatures strong and is growing at the rate of hundreds per hour, the petition, et cetera, it's not, again, about, Lowe's or about All-American Muslim. It's really about the fact that these same groups, like the Florida Family Association, and this is the position that Russell's taken, I've taken, many of us have taken, these same groups, frankly, are the ones that have constantly touted this question of where's the mainstream of the Muslim community? Where are they? Why aren't they speaking out? Why aren't they out there? Why are they not in the public eye? And finally, there's been an opportunity through All-American Muslim to show mainstream American Muslim life that they care about family, they care about community, they care about the welfare of others and liberty. And that's not satisfactory to these groups. And that really has shown their true intentions. It's really shown their fear-mongering intentions, their hate-filled intentions. And in the cases of Stop the Islamization of America and these other organizations, it's frankly shown their money-driven intentions, selling books and selling speeches and selling other things. So we're out there really to expose them for their true intentions, and it's long overdue, and we're going to do it, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah, Sammy, talk about some of the organizing around this effort, the type of pressure. Lowe's understand things and other advertisers understand things from an economic perspective. There has to be, in my estimation, some pressure given there, and at the same time, the continual exposing of the FFA and other groups like this. Talk about the type of organizing that you guys are doing around this, other than the petition. What's next?
Absolutely. We're in conversations. I can't give too much detail. There are some things that are unconfirmed. But this petition, for example, is not going to stop at just a grassroots level. It's going to be taken on by major organizations. There are major leaders across the country and the world who are going to begin to speak out if the course is not reversed. And frankly, even if it is, at the end of the day, this is a teaching moment for all of us as a country that we need to begin to heal. We need to begin to move forward, and that's our goal. Our goal is not to bring Lowe's down as a business. We do hope that they reverse their position. We're looking for that, and frankly, they did release an apology. It was not a very strong apology, but they did release an apology stating that they deferred to the community when it came to their decision, and that's not sufficient because deferring to bigotry is not American. And so we're going to keep going with regard to the efforts. The petition is going to grow. The efforts, we have major conversations that are happening between community leaders, conference calls, meetings, et cetera, and I've never seen the community, both the Muslim and the non-Muslim community, come together like this at a moment like this. And I think that this is really a moment when this type of bigotry is going to go back into its hole. And
again, you're listening to WTAN, the Muslim Street. You can call in at 727-441-3000 locally, 1-866-826-1340. Sammy, one of the things I want to applaud you guys out, when you see hate, you see racism, you see this basically a 21st century version of Jim Crow. You guys are calling it out. We're going to put a link on our website for your petition. We will work with you.
And I just want to say quick that the one thing everybody needs to remember is we're all looking to defend the homeland, and that's one of the biggest things that critics say, that we need to defend the homeland. All of us, this is all of our country. We all want to defend this homeland, and we're all in this together. So we're either going to move forward together or we're not. And I think that the first choice is the best. And thank you for your support.
Definitely. Thank you for joining us, Sammy. Again, for our listeners, if you're listening, you can visit Florida Family Association's website on floridafamily.org and see they did do 2 releases. One release on TLC's All-American Muslim show, and according to the Florida Family Association, this is propaganda that riskily hides the Islamic agenda of the Muslim American community. And Sammy, I think that no matter how unfortunate these situations are, the pressure that's being put on many American Muslim communities throughout the country, as I scroll down and I look down at the petition, it's really overwhelming to see the diverse support of just all sorts
Absolutely.
of people of many backgrounds on the petition. You can see the names of the people that have
Absolutely.
signed and chosen to be public about it. And Malik, you were asking what's next. Senator Ted Lieu of Sacramento, California, he actually called the Lowe's CEO and he demanded that the CEO apologize to the Muslim American community. And I think that is just really profound. The Florida Family Association is based here in the Tampa Bay area. And for our listeners that are listening in right now, you can go to floridafamily.org again, and you can contact them and I guess get your opinion in and tell them directly how you feel about this and the pressure that they're putting on many communities. Sammy,
if I can throw real quick the Lowe's email as well, customercare@lowes.com. Again, customercare@lowes.com. People should be letting them know, beyond signing the petition, beyond also contacting FFA, contact them and let them know how you feel. If you feel that this is something that is un-American, then let them know.
Definitely.
And we appreciate that.
Yesterday, I saw in my news feed that one of my friends had contacted the Lowe's customer service on the phone, and she was talking to one of their customer service representatives, and the actual representative of Lowe's was actually really taken back by what's going on. And she told her, she reassured my friend, and she said, I will make sure that this gets through. I'll make sure your messages get through. We have a very high ratio of calls that we haven't been normally getting. So definitely this petition is making a really, really good impact on Lowe's and TLC and the FFA. And it's just a really, really positive synergy that's coming from the Muslim American community and just all conscious people that are really involved in what's going on here.
Yeah, Sammy.
Absolutely.
Sammy.
And everybody should watch the show tonight. That's another
definitely.
Thing.
And the show actually airs tonight. Is it at 10?
10 o'clock tonight on TLC.
Right, 10 o'clock
Exactly.
today.
Yeah, Sammy. The mood in this country as we move toward the next election, the Republican Party and certain players in the Republican Party using Sharia law as a wedge issue to drive hate to the polls. The burning of Qurans from one end of this country to the other. Not only down here in Florida, but also in Colorado, out in California, by these quote unquote right-wing activists. And this issue of now going after advertisers of anything Muslim, anything Islamic, is an extension of that. How do you see the organizing efforts moving forward to kind of connect all of these issues together?
Well, absolutely. I mean, there is a lot of conversation about what's going to be next. Again, as I mentioned before, we're going to capture on this momentum. I think that one of the biggest things that the other side, and I hate to say sides. I mean, we are one country, but again, they have the freedom to speak as they wish. But the other side, what they've been forgetting is the fact that we have those freedoms too. And I think that they kind of underestimated the fact that we would use them. And they look at us as a community that might be maybe uneducated or maybe unaware of what it really means to be American and to capture those liberties. And we're not. We're frankly very advanced. We're frankly very strong. We have a lot of allies, and we care about this country and we care about its future. And that's something that a lot of people are consistently forgetting. They make the job a lot easier when they talk about. A lot more difficult when they go out there and they talk about where are those mainstream and moderate so-called Muslims who are coming out and are not coming out and condemning 9/11 or doing anything like that. Well, we're all here and we're working and we've been speaking since 9/11 and we've been acting since 9/11 and we've been working to heal this country since 9/11. And they make our job more difficult because when I walk up to a room and I give a speech in front of Muslim youth and I talk to them about the virtues and the bounties and the beauty of this country, and I talk to them about how they should be proud to be American, the frank truth is these people in the Florida Family Association and others are making my job a lot more difficult. They're making our job a lot more difficult because they're ultimately making these youth question their presence in this country and wonder whether they really belong here.
Right. We have a caller. I'd like to take that. I'd like for you to address his question. We have Larry. Larry, you're on the Muslim Street.
Oh, hi. Thanks for taking my call. This is Larry. I'm listening to the show as I come into the studio. I'm enjoying it. Very, very impressed with your guest. Appreciate everything he shared. My basic question is Lowe's. The thing that concerns me is it sounds like Lowe's was being honest and upfront. It appeared, from what I heard, is that they addressed why they pulled out, whereas it sounds like we had a number of companies who were very quiet in why they pulled out. It seems to me it's the quiet companies that should be lambasted, and greater dialogue with Lowe's should certainly be encouraged, and hopefully work with Lowe's rather than what I'm hearing. And please forgive me, because again, I'm bringing out one part of what I heard. I'm not convinced Lowe's is such a bad guy for being honest. I respect honesty.
Larry, that is a really, really good question. Sammy, did you hear that?
I did. Absolutely. Thanks for the question, Larry. Should I address it?
Yeah, please.
All right. Well, no, I mean, great question, and definitely understandable. If the text of the petition, it actually does indicate it is directed towards the other companies, and the petition itself is actually not directed at Lowe's, although much of the talk and the effort and the tweeting, et cetera, has been surrounding Lowe's, because you really do need to have a focused group when it comes to an issue. And the truth is, you're right. I mean, they were honest, they came out, but the unfortunate and tragic part of it is that although they were honest, they came out and they admitted to a bigoted decision. They ultimately said that they caved in to the pressure that they had gotten to withdraw or rescind that advertising. And so I understand, I see your logic. At the same time, unfortunately, these other companies, they haven't admitted anything, and so they haven't, we have no place or right to put them on full blast unless they come out publicly and admit it. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to speculate. We're trying to act with facts. And Lowe's gave us facts and said, you know what, yeah, we pulled out, and this is the reason we pulled out. So now we're trying to explain to them that it's going to harm, their image by caving in and cowering to a fringe group and bigoted demands. And any corporation should do that, whether they are Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, whatever position that they take that's bigoted, they should be called out for it. So I see what you're saying, but that's the logic behind the efforts around Lowe's.
And again, Larry, we want to welcome you to the Muslim Street at muslimstreet.net. Please come there and blog with us about this issue. We will be having a link. I'm sorry, Sammy. I'm looking at Larry's name. Larry with the Prescription Addiction show coming on next. But Sammy, please blog with us on the muslimstreet.net. We're going to have a link to your petition. We want to stay abreast on this cause. I want to keep the fire underneath this issue, and let America know that I'll respond to how the Muslim Street is going to respond to this. So, Sammy, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much for joining us, Sammy. I really, really appreciate it. It's been great to have you on the Muslim Street.
We'll always be part of this country, so we're looking forward to that.
Thank you so much, Sammy.